back in 2015, for many Labour voters, Jeremy Corbyn signified a return to genuine political discussion and debate, something that many believed had become a distant relic in politics. Nothing better encapsulates this than his first performance in PMQs.
What does the government intend to do about the chronic lack of affordable housing and the extortionate rents charged by some private sector landlords in this country? Prime Minister.
Now let me answer very directly Marie's question, because we do need to see more affordable housing in our country. We delivered 260,000 affordable housing units in the last Parliament. We built more council houses in our country than in the 13 previous years had been managed, but I recognise much more needs to be done. That means carrying on with our reform of the planning system. It means encouraging the building industry to come up with innovative schemes like starter homes, but above all, it means continuing to support the aspirations of people to be able to afford their own home, which is where Help to Buy and schemes like that come in. But I'd say to the honourable gentleman, we won't get Britain building unless we keep our economy going.
Jeremy Corbyn. I thank the Prime Minister for that answer, and I thank him.
The level of common courtesy shown by both Corbyn and Cameron was unique in recent memory. We have rarely seen such a strict commitment given to the issues of the day, without resorting to the standard juvenile behaviour. Compare this to Cameron's first PMQ in 2005, the differences couldn't be clearer. Sound bites and mockery flew through the chamber, just as it had done for decades.
It's only our first exchange, and already the Prime Minister is asking me the questions. This approach is stuck in the past, and I want to talk about the future. He was the future once. Education is one of the...
But now this dreamlike state of politics is long gone. Labour is in the gutter. The Conservatives are dominating. And PMQs?
Mr. Speaker, when I became Leader of the Opposition 18 months ago, I said, well, if they'll wait a moment, I'll explain what I'm about to say. I said I wanted...
So how has Labour's position become so dire? Whilst of course there are multiple factors, as with everything, at its core lies one very simple thing. The Labour Party has become one of the most dismissive and ignorant parties in the British political system. Often claiming itself to be the party of the working people, it has demonstrated total dismissal of working class concern over those who voted overwhelmingly to leave the EU. The clearest way we see this is we look at the way the party has campaigned, in quotation marks, for the general election of 2017. Now, it doesn't take a genius to know that this election in 2017 is all about one thing. It's all about Brexit. Yes, other issues of course are important, but Brexit is the number one concern. It trumps everything. Despite this, however, Labour appear to have made their entire campaign so far about every single issue except Brexit. At no point during this particular speech in Croydon, which I've linked below, does he even mention Brexit. Now, in fairness, his speech in Croydon, he actually did mention the referendum. So he is at least talking about it, but for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but this particular video, which is from Labour Party's own YouTube channel, doesn't even mention it. It was edited out. Why would you edit out the most important issue in the entire election? This is stupid. This entire election is about Brexit. An idiot knows that. Someone who doesn't even know anything about politics knows that this is about Brexit. Yet they have edited this video to remove any mention of it. And you can type in on YouTube, Corbyn Croydon speech. And you can see that he does mention this. But by deliberately editing out the most important issue in this election, when there's absolutely no need to, this is the reason why Labour will lose. They just don't treat it as serious as it needs to be. This will change the composition of the UK, of the United Kingdom. That's crucial. That is important. And yes, other issues are important. But right now, Brexit trumps everything. We need to make sure that those who we elect are at least taking it seriously. And Labour isn't. And it isn't just Corbyn who's the problem here. The problem also extends to the rest of the Labour Party, whether it be Diane Abbott and her failure to turn up to the first reading of Article 50 because of a migraine, as stupid as that is, or because of the endless assumptions that any criticism of immigration amounts to xenophobia and intolerance and racism. Such stupid actions and stupid beliefs render their position meaningless if this continues. Indeed, when it comes to actually putting in place Brexit and making it into a reality, compared to the Tories, Labour have already demonstrated they don't care. Whilst only one MP in the Tory party voted against the Brexit bill, this being Clarke, Labour had 52. But more worryingly than that, out of these 52 MPs, 9 voted against their own constituencies who voted to leave. Such disunity and blatant ignorance on behalf of Labour politicians leads many to believe that Labour lacks any form of cohesion or willingness to perform their most basic role of representing their constituencies. It's actions like these that should make it obvious to the party that change is needed, yet they continue to fail to address this. And if the Labour Party wants any chance of surviving this election, it needs to stop pretending that Brexit didn't happen. Failure to do this means failure in the election, failure of the party, and the end of the left for the foreseeable future.
I've given you a very, very clear answer, yes.